India plans to connect around 20 countries to its payment network over the next 5 years. The United Arab Emirates and India, both members of BRICS, are among the nations most eager to plunge the dollar from their exchanges. In July 2023, Narendra Modi and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan signed an agreement providing for the settlement of transactions in their respective currencies, the rupee and dirham. The two nations maintain very strong cultural and commercial relations. India is United Arab Emirates' second largest trading partner, and the UAE is India's third largest trading partner. Their bilateral trade stood at $84 billion in 2023 compared to $73 billion a year earlier. So it means that in 2022, the trade that happened between these two countries was at $73 billion, and it increased by $11 billion in 2023. The transaction mechanism is simple. The UAE exporters are paid in Indian rupees, invoice denominated in rupees, and credited to their Nostros account opened with a bank operating in India. Conversely, India exporters receive dirhams for their exports invoiced in dirhams. Trading in local currencies aims not only to boost bilateral trade but also to develop a payment scheme enabling the emergence of a Emirate AED parity forex. The goal is to reach volumes that would ensure good liquidity and those low conversion fees. New blow to petrodollar. The very first agreement was concluded between the Indian Oil Corporation IOC, which pays in Indian rupees for oil produced in UAE. Central banks of both countries are optimistic, but more work is needed to convince small and medium-sized enterprises. So, you see, apparently, Indian and United Arab Emirates has taken a step forward or further, and these two countries are part of the BRICS. So when you do plus minus, you see that apparently, in as much as the US on its own side is doing whatever it can to be able to win the fight, but you can see that the BRICS are a step forward, and the more each day approaches, you see that more and more countries are gingering to enter the BRICS. And this equally tells you that a whole lot of some of these developing countries for years have been looking a way to do away with this single currency dominating their exports and imports and all that, but thereby the economy of this so-called country is affecting their local currencies and their native economies, and that is why you see that most of them are buying the ideas of joining the BRICS, because apparently the BRICS is singing that rhythm in which these countries want to hear, and these countries has been nurturing this motion for years, but they don't have what it takes to join forces together to do it, and now they have an organization or a platform in which they have some other strong countries that they can join a collective interest and be able to conquer this war of de-dollarizing the world. So the de-dollarization agenda is good for the local currencies of these developing countries, because when their people start having faith in their currency, their economy will be stabilized. It will encourage businesses to expand. It will encourage new entrepreneurs to go into business and even for expansion.